It all started when my grandson Ben asked for a lemonade stand. His mom said, I can get pallets you can use for wood. I said, great. She brought over these big pallets, or 80 pounds probably or so, 2x6s. I thought, wow, these are big, but turns out they worked pretty well, and you'll see that shortly. Took me a few hours to get these apart. I didn't have the right tools, but I got it done. I got to work, put the wood in the workshop. First thing I did was cut the 2x6s in half, and then I cut them again. I resawed them lengthwise to get them to, I needed 3/4 inch boards. So I resawed them and planed them to size. I also cut the front frame and the side frame boards. I wanted 1 inch by 4 inch boards, so I cut them to size. I then assembled the front and the two sides, and I used brad nailer to glue and put them together, and then I painted them. As you can see here, all the shelves, there's 2 sliding shelves and the front customer shelf, all made out of birch plywood, 3/4 inch birch plywood. Along with the 2 sides you see there is just 1x6s, and you'll see how that goes together soon. I had this old executive office whiteboard. It used to be used for meetings, and I thought, I can make this into a nice banner for the front of the lemonade stand where he can write on and off with erase marker. So I went ahead and took this whiteboard apart. But boy, oh boy, was it something. It was laminated steel on both sides, front and back, and with press board in between. It was quite difficult to cut, but I did get it cut. And now I needed a way to mount it to the top above the lemonade stand. As I said, the whiteboard was steel on the back, so I got bar magnets from Amazon, and I designed and 3D printed these magnet holders for it. And then I needed a way to hold it up on the bar, and I had some 40mm extruded aluminum. I cut them to size, and then I mounted these magnets onto the aluminum bars. This was going to be a portable lemonade stand, so I needed a way to have the aluminum bars slide in and out easy on the lemonade stand. So as you can see here, I made holders for them to slide into. I designed them again in the CAD software and 3D printed them to size, and they worked out really well. As you can see here, the holders worked out really well. Yeah, they really did a good job. The back shelves just slide in, as you can see here, and something you can't see is hinges. What I used for hinges is I used 3-inch T-hinges for these things, and you can't see them because they're under the shelves. I wanted to make the lemonade stand bright so it would stand out, so I had a bunch of paint, very colorful paint, and I wanted to figure out how to paint this thing. So I made a screen setup here where I just poured the paint in the screen and used the compressed air to blow the paint through the screen. It came out really well, almost like a tie-dyed t-shirt actually, but it's very bright now, that's for sure. The first problem I had was the whiteboard that was metal. Like I said, it weighs a few pounds, and on the magnets it stuck very well, but I didn't want it to fall down on somebody's head, so I designed these brackets that slide up over top. So now you have to take the whole whiteboard and slide it over top of the brackets, and that keeps them from falling on to someone. The next issue was the customer table. It was a little front heavy with this thing on it. It's designed to fold down and fold back up. So as you can see here, I made a small modification to the front of it. I wanted to put a leg on it that you can take on and off. So I put a piece of T-track, woodworking T-track, and I designed a T-shaped leg that you'll see further down in this video, where it slides into that leg and fastens to it. It's made out of the same extruded material that I made the sides out of, the side aluminum bars out of. And here's the leg in place with it all set up. So it made it a lot safer, a lot more stable. So you got to have decals to spruce everything up. So I designed these decals and cut them out with my decal cutter, and I installed them on the customer table and on the overhead whiteboard. Gives it a little more class to the whole setup. I designed and 3D printed some accessories for him: a money tray with a weighted little piece for the dollar bills don't blow away, and also the erase marker holder with the eraser, so we can find his tools easier and we make his transactions easier. Now here you see the lemonade stand in pieces when it's disassembled, so you can carry the pieces to wherever you want to set up and then put it all together. Okay, the first thing you want to do here is lift the table up when you have it in place, and it snaps to a folding position, upright position. Now you want to slide that third leg in there under the table. Give it more stability. Just slide it into the T-track. Doesn't need to be in the center. And just tighten the thumb wheels on both sides to lock it in, and you're good to go. Next, you want to stand it up, and you will open the doors. Just like that. Next thing you want to do is slide these side pieces into the holders. The side wood, it matches stops. And now you want to put the whiteboard, slide up over top of this, the stops there, and it slides right into place. Slide the shelves in one at a time. You can see the 3-inch hinges there I was talking about. Here's a whole view of the unit. From the back, you can see the sliding shelves, the paint job on the sides there, the way the table is set up, the folding table. See a little bit better of the design there, the way it was designed. The paint in the sideboards come out really well. The decals really look good. And this is the finished product. You have the whiteboard is held securely. It will not fall off. There's your aluminum extruded material. The sides there, the front view with the customer table in place. And the whole unit is set up, and it came out pretty good. It really came out well. Ben and his big brother Nolan and Nana are all happy. I would say this is a mission accomplished.